Yeah, so we are at Dunkin' Baskin over at Northwest 23rd and Hudson. We're sitting on the corner right across from Cheevers, right by Tucker's. Really took this project as an opportunity to fill in the streetscape a little bit more along 23rd Street. It was it was a parking lot, surface parking lot before, and just adding to the momentum of Uptown and bringing some coffee and ice cream. I've been part of Dunkin' Donuts my entire life as a second-generation franchisee. My dad's first store was right there at Northwest 32nd and Classen. So I grew up in this area. I've been by here many years. So just seeing the energy and the momentum and the regrowth of the area was definitely the big part of it. I wanted to be part of it. The other is, as we look for locations, as we expand our footprint within the Oklahoma City area, this was a great area. There's growth, there's commuter traffic, it's all-day traffic. So whether you're coming in for a hot coffee in the morning, iced coffee in the afternoon, or ice cream whenever, we don't judge. We'll be here serving you. So my dad, being a franchisee, he started had his first store in '82. Started working in the 70s. It is definitely, he tells me himself all the time, it is not his Dunkin'. He still helps out, does a lot of things, and he actually called me, we talked a couple weeks ago, and he told me, he goes, Misha, I don't know anything anymore. It's so different, and it is. It is a completely different brand. It's a completely different experience. I always joke around that in high school, I worked at the store over on Northwest 36 in May. And it would be 3 of us on a Saturday morning, and that's all we did was donuts. If you go there on a Saturday morning now, there's like 7 people. There's espresso, there's coffee, there's all like sandwiches going out like crazy. And it's one of the employees there that works there, she still works there. So I worked with her in high school. She's still there. We always reminisce about how different it is from now versus 20 plus years ago. So the tap system is probably the thing I am most excited about in the store. Our cold beverages, Dunkin' really led the revolution in iced coffee years ago, and we've been able to take that, and now with cold brew, this store will have nitro. This will be the only Dunkin' in the city with nitro, and we're able to do that with that tap system. We've got iced tea coming out of there. The store will have green tea coming out of the tap system. It's a really exciting way to be able to up our game when it comes to cold coffees and iced tea too. For this store, we did another thing that's very unique for us. We added a walk-up window. The reasoning was that this store will be open 24 hours. And here's the thing, a lot of times it's midnight and you're coming in from the Tower Theater and you want a sandwich, you want a donut, you might want a coffee or ice cream. And you can't go through the drive-thru if you don't have a car. So our solution for that was, especially with this being a more urban, walkable neighborhood, is to have a walk-up window. Our goal is to have it open Friday nights, Saturday nights. We won't have it open immediately. I would imagine that we'll get it going by next spring. We'll be sure to get the word out when we do. So this will be my 3rd Baskin. We did 2 other locations that are combined with Dunkin' here in the city, one in Moore, one in Midwest City. And there will not be 31 flavors, unfortunately, but they're always rotating. This store, because of the footprint, will have slightly less than 31 flavors, but we're always going to have rotating flavors, so that way you know that you can always count on a new flavor when you come in. One cool thing we're doing at the store, we've got a patio over off Hudson, right across from Cheevers, so you'll be able to see, you'll be able to spend some time outside. One of the things I love, again, just because I love cities, you always have a great view no matter where you are, whether you're in the patio or you're in our dining area. You get great view of the Tower Theater. You get to hear the hum of the cars going back and forth, people walking by. It really is a cool experience. So if the weather's nice, you can sit outside, enjoy the patio. If it's not nice or too hot or something, we have indoor seating, which still gives you some pretty good views of the street. Another thing that we're really excited about, or I'm excited about, is that there's continued infill. We've got the Cajun restaurant going across the street, which I think will add to the vibrancy of the district. We've got 2 additional spaces next to us, which will hopefully get filled with enticing tenants as well. And the more things that come into Uptown, just the better the district will get. You've already seen it with how what Tower Theater has done for the area with the opening of the other stuff down the street. It's awesome, and just being someone that grew up in the neighborhood and seeing the transformation, now being part of the transformation is, it's super exciting.